Hardy hi campers, welcome back to the shed, Barneysbimbles HQ. And it's a bit of a mess at the moment, so excuse the mess. It's always have to sort of come in here and do a bit of admin after a camping trip, because I just come back, dump things in here, put stuff out to dry wherever I can dry it, and yeah, the place becomes a bit of a tip. So it probably doesn't look too bad at the moment, but I have just done a quick whiz around to tidy things a little bit more. But a couple of videos ago I said that I was going to make a video back in this shed, and I wanted to make a camping table for when I go car camping, because I've got a couple of car camping trips in the diary for this winter coming up in sort of February, March time. And back in November I got these foldable legs, table legs. It's got a folding mechanism there. There we go. And yeah, got 4 of these table legs. Been to Wickes hardware store today, and I bought, my wife actually bought a bit of pine, sort of shelving board, I think really, but it's 30 centimetres across, which is a foot, 850 centimetres long, which is just under 3 foot. And I'm going to cut this down to size to make myself a nice little camping table to go in my teepee. So, and then all I've got to do, nice and simple, screw these legs on to the base, job done. And it's just a case of making it look pretty really. So it's not a technically advanced woodworking project, as long as you can use a saw, screw in a few screws, measure things a little bit. It's not hard, is it? So I'm going to get that done today in this video. I've also wanted to do some updates on my first aid kit, because I've sort of got my first aid kit here, which has got a few bits and bobs in it, which I'll talk through later. And I think I need to sort of resupply it a little bit, do some admin. And recently I also bought this little Helicontex micro med kit, which is a little cuts kit. And again, I want to go through that and make sure I've got the right things in there as well. So I'll probably cover that off after the woodwork with a cup of tea. So I'll bring you along. So the first job is I'm just going to measure out how long I want to make the table. I don't want it to be massive, but it's got to accommodate these legs. So I've laid out the legs kind of roughly where I want to put them. They fold into each other quite nicely there. And I think, yeah, something like that. So I think I'm going to go for about, yeah, 58 centimetres I think will work. And then all I've got to do is get the straight line. Joys of working in a small shed, folks. There we go. So first job, get that cut out, and tool for the job is my Japanese Ryoba saw. If you haven't used one of these before, they're fantastic bits of kit. 2 saws in one. You can cut really straight lines with these. Really user friendly. If you haven't got one in your shed, you know, they're pretty cheap. I really recommend you get one. You can got both a cross cut and a rip cut blade on this saw. That's why it's 2 in 1. So I'm going to do this outside on the bench. one of the really cool things about these saws, folks, is that when you pick them up, makes you sound like a samurai. Sad, I know. So I've measured out the legs on one side there. I've got them in position, so I'm just going to screw them in now, nice and simple. No exact science to this, just measured and tried to get them in broadly the same place on either side. Just going to mark the holes with a bradawl. And there we go, they're in place. See if they work. Simple. Lovely. So I've just marked the other legs out now. All I've done is I've put a straight line 1 centimetre in down the end there, put the legs up to that line where these bits are here, and then at this end and that end I've just measured 2 centimetres either side, which is the same as it was for this side, so that's all symmetrical. It should line up the same. So I'm going to get them screwed in now as well. So there we have it, folks. Simple. And get the legs folded up. Let's get it upright without smashing my worktop. There we go. So with the legs on, folks, I'm just going to give it a bit of a sanding down, make it look nice now. I'm just going to give it a little go over the block plane, block plane. Just adjust the braid just ever so slightly out. Just to round over the edges. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so the last job, folks, is to give it a coat of oil. I think I've got some boiled linseed oil here, which I use on my wooden tool handles, axes and such like. So I'm going to get a bit of tissue here. Just get it worked into the grain. A bit more. There we go then, folks. Nice, simple project in the shed. Gonna leave that out there to dry for a bit now. Right, time for a brew. Gonna get the old triangle out today. Probably one of my favoured stoves, this one, even though you don't see it in many of my videos. But it's definitely a keeper, this one. Oh my god. burner. There it is. And yeah, time for a brew. Right, so I've got the kettle going now, folks. Took a while to get the stove alight. It's near on freezing at the moment around here, so tranches always get a little bit harder to get going when it's cold, but once they're going, it's absolutely fine. But yeah, I've got my first aid kit here now, folks. I was going to do some updates to it. I went to the shops earlier today and I got some fresh supply of plasters. Got finger strips, they're quite a good one. And I'm all fingers and thumbs today. An assorted mix of plasters as well. Some little closure strips for wounds. And some antiseptic wipes. And this comes on every trip with me, this first aid kit. It's got a clean bandana in there to sort of put over a wound, over a cut or a scrape. It's got a bandage, some antiseptic wipes there, some paracetamol. What else have I got in here? Oh yeah, some peppermint sort of indigestion tablets as well. Always come in handy. And then on this side I've got some more sort of hand sanitizer gel and a selection of plasters. Probably need to add some stuff to that. I want to get some tick tweezers, and I'm not really sure what else yet. Maybe some safety pins. But yeah, let me know what you think should be in a decent single person first aid kit, because I'm not 100% sure. And then I brought this. This is meant to come out of me over the weekend, but it didn't arrive in time. But I've sort of geared it up as a bit of a cuts kit. I've got some to carry in my pocket basically, or when I'm out on a bimble, really. But I've got a few paracetamol there, and a few plasters. Again, a selection of plasters and some antiseptic wipes as well. I might add some tweezers to this. I'm not sure, but whenever I go out, even if it's a bimble or a camp, I always have a Swiss Army knife of one type of roll with me, and these always have the tweezers with them, and even a toothpick, and you've got the sharp blade on there as well. So I don't really need to have tweezers in that, I'm thinking, but I'm going to add some of these wound closure strips because I think they're quite handy. I'm going to add some finger strips. If you've not seen these before, if you ever cut your fingers, I often sort of nick my finger when I'm using my knife or whatnot, and these are cool because they've got sort of one end of the plaster a lot longer than the other, so you can really wrap it around your finger. So I'm going to put some of these in. There you go, four there. Probably already got too much in here really, haven't I? And I'm going to add some wound closure strips as well. If I can get the box open. Oh, that's quite neat. Come as a batch of 5 there. So I can probably pop them in. Some antiseptic wipes. Come in these nice sachets. I've already got some plasters in there, but I don't think I need to add any more. But you've got all sorts in here, all sorts of different shapes and sizes. Some larger ones. Yeah, always carry a few plasters. Got a board on, folks. Leave that to brew for a bit. Got a nice star bar, which I didn't eat on my camping trip that I just come back from. So yeah, I'll just sort of repacking this because I made a mess of it just now on camera, didn't I? So I'm going to get that a bit better organised. But yeah, it's just tinkering with the med kit really. I welcome your thoughts on what you carry in a cuts kit or a first aid kit or what have you, because you know, I genuinely just sort of accommodate myself for cuts, scrapes, headaches, and then the splinters and bruise. And if I'm out on a hike, then I'll put some blister plasters in basically. And generally speaking, I'll carry at least one trauma bandage, let's say. But luckily, touch wood, I've never had to need a trauma bandage, and I'd never hope to need one in the future as well. Hi campers, welcome back. So the last sort of group of clips you've seen in the video up until now was filmed beginning of January, so a few weeks ago. It's tail end of February now, and there's been a bit of a break in me making this video because I watched the edit back of what I'd filmed up till this point, and I wasn't entirely happy with it. I did a few extra bits to the table, which I'll show you in a minute, and the first aid kit sort of talk that I did, I wasn't comfortable with that. I felt I was missing a few important details there, so I thought I'd just revisit that now, a few more weeks down the line, admittedly. But yeah, I just got the kettle on for another brew because it's been a few weeks since my last brewing here, gasping. But yeah, I've got the first aid kits here. So this one hasn't changed from what I've filmed in that video. I've still got this is predominantly a cuts kit, but I've got plasters, antiseptic wipes, and some paracetamol, and yeah, that's about it really. And that's all you need in the cuts kit, I think. Just the basics to help you through a cut or a scrape. And then my more sort of thorough, sort of complete first aid kit here, which is what I'll use when I'm out on a camp and I'm using some of the big scary tools like the axe and my fixed blade knife and what have you. This will always be in my pack, and that will always be in my pocket. That's the plan. So in here I've got the bandana. That's always something that I'll keep there, a nice clean bandana that I'll use to sort of just put on a bleed straight away, just to help stem the bleed and apply a bit of pressure. I've also added some more sort of sterile wipes here. I've got some dental chewing gum there as well, randomly. I've added some water purification tablets there that you get in a British Army ration pack. I've got some indigestion tablets there if I eat too much or drink too much. And then most importantly, what I've got in here, as well as some plasters and some more paracetamol, I've got a wound dressing, a large wound dressing to sort of help a big cut. And half the kit's just falling out on the floor there. That's great, isn't it? More sterile wipes. And then here I've got another bandage. And then most recent addition I've got on the kit is a tourniquet. I wasn't carrying a tourniquet up until now, and this is a pretty extreme thing to be carrying in your first aid kit. But if you cut yourself on your leg or do really nasty injuries to yourself with the axe or whatever, then a tourniquet is a lifesaver. So it's again, this is something that will always be in the rucksack. It's prepped and ready to strap on your leg or arm or whatever you need to do so. And you know, if you're using this, you're going to need an ambulance pretty sharpish, and if you're in the middle of nowhere, probably an air ambulance as well. So yeah, pretty serious trauma kit there. Right, got a boil. Didn't take long. Nice herbal tea today. I'm supposed to be out camping this weekend, but I've had to cancel it because I've been out of action this week with a crappy cold. It really kicks your arse. It sort of saps all your energy. Even this video, I was going to go out and film this on a bimble. I was going to go for a walk up the woods, but today I just haven't had the energy. I just could not be bothered. But yeah, normal service will be resumed soon. Let that brew for a minute. But yeah, I just want to bookend the video I filmed earlier on in January, just to sort of clarify a bit more about the first aid kits, because I don't think I really covered it well enough in those videos. There are some seasonal things that I'll add to it as well. So coming like this time of year when the insects come out, I'll carry some sort of Nordic summer to help prevent any insect bites. I'll also carry some after bite as well to treat myself if I do get bitten by a mosquito or horsefly or what have you. And yeah, blister plasters as well if I'm going for a hike, a long distance hike that is, then yeah, blister plasters are a must have, I think. And of course I've always got the Swiss Army knife for tweezers and whatnot, and a sharp blade. So yeah, I think that sums up the first aid kit. I'll leave that there. And then the other thing I was going to touch back on was the table. So I filmed this table. Here we go. It's had a bit of oil on it, but I modified it slightly. Since making it, I've added a bit of hardware here. So you can see I've got a handle, just a bog standard sort of cupboard handle that I got from I had sort of lying around in the shed, and then I've got these hooks on it as well. So that when it's sort of in position as a table, what I can do, I can hang stuff off it, be it my mug or my frying pan or cookware or whatever. Just thought that would be a nice handy touch. And yeah, I've got a car camp coming up in March, going up to Norfolk, see some fellas, and that'll be coming with me, and you'll see that in use on that car camping trip. But yeah, right. Go enjoy my brew. Cheers, folks. Lovely. Still a bit hot. There's one final thing I was going to show you the day out on my bimble. I've bought a new rucksack. I'll include in some. I think I'll have popped some footage in on this video already, actually, and just a moment ago. But I'll give you a look at that in just a moment. But yeah, I decided to treat myself to a new day sack. It's a Savotta day sack. And right, I'll bring it in now actually, and give you a little look and show and tell. Clear this out of the way. Here we go, folks. So this is the Savotta Kahakka 25 litre main compartment day sack, but it's expandable. It's got some really cool side pockets, and you can put pouches on it and what have you. And yeah, I was going to do a bit of filming with this out in the woods today, and do a bit of a show and tell and what have you, but I just wasn't really feeling up to it. But you're going to see me using this in a lot of my upcoming videos. I'm not going to film a review or anything, but I thought I'd get it on content, because there isn't a lot of there aren't a great deal of sort of videos on YouTube talking about this rucksack, and it's a really sort of pucker bit of kit. I'm very impressed with the quality of it, and then of course time will tell how I get on with it and use. But yeah, first impressions count for a lot, I think. I'm really liking it. But Savotta, if you're not familiar with them, are a sort of quite well known in sort of outdoor wild camping, bushcrafting sort of niche, and also people that are interested in military kit as well. And Savotta is a Finnish company who predominantly supply the military with kit, rucksacks, pouches, tents, stoves, and all the rest, and all that sort of stuff. And they supply a lot of kit to the Finnish Defence Forces, the Finnish Border Guard, and a lot of the sort of Scandinavian sort of forces use Savotta kit from my limited understanding. And I can see why, because it is really good quality. 1000 denier Cordura fabric, top quality webbing, and buckles and strapping. Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. Got a nice pocket on the top that I've got my tarp in, and I've got a pocket on the front here as well. I've got a sort of flat pocket which goes down to about there, which I've got a map and all sorts of bits and bobs in. Put my first aid kit in there, my battery bank, toilet kit, that sort of thing. And then on the side here is this sort of real cool feature, just loose. You've got a nice sort of side pocket here, and both side pockets are 3 litres each in volume. There you go. I've got a water bottle in there at the moment. Got me silky saw top off, and yeah, absolutely stacks of room. In fact, I've got one Nalgene bottle here. This is a 1 litre 32 ounce. Got another Nalgene bottle here with my billy can nesting pot, again 1 litre 32 ounce, and they sit in there side by side perfectly. Yeah, really decent in terms of volume on the side pockets there, and you've got the same on this side as well, but you don't need to load them up to the max like that. You just carry what you need. I've got another water bottle there and some fuel, and then the top doesn't have a drawer cord closure, it just has a nice little fold-in system there. Yep. And it's just one big bucket in there with a sleeve for your water bladder, and yeah, that's 25 litres of storage. And then round the back, I'll swing it around. You've got nice thick padded straps, chest strap. There is a waistband as well, but it's tucked away in the back there. But the one thing that probably lets this bag down that I'm a little bit wary of is that there's no sort of real back padding to it as such, or any sort of back system there, so that's going to get quite hot, quite sweaty, I think, if you're out beating the tracks and putting a few miles down. But yeah, it does have this cool feature here though, with the sort of foam pad slides down there, gives the pack some rigidity, and you can replace that as well if that ever breaks. And it's just a bit of foam. So yeah, that's a quick introduction to the Savotta Kahakka 25. There is one other feature which I'll show you in just a second actually, because you can attach pouches to the front of it. I've added a quick modification here. I've put in some elasticated cord here just to give myself some more options for storage, putting in a jacket or roll mat or what have you. And then also in the base I can put utility straps on the base to put a roll mat there as well if I want. So yeah, obviously you want to see me using that out and about on the trails, and you will, I can guarantee you, you will be seeing me use it. But yeah, it costs a lot of money though, this pack. Savotta products are not cheap, I will say that. This is the most expensive rucksack I've ever bought, and that's by some margin as well. You can Google these packs and have a look to see how much they cost, and yeah, I paid full whack for it. But I did that by saving up, putting away a bit of money every month for a few months. I also sold my other day sack as well, my Helicon Tex Bergen. I sold that recently to help fund this rucksack, and that's always a good thing to do if you want to raise money to buy stuff and you've got kit that you're not using. Don't sit on it, just get it sold, get it on eBay, get it on the Bushcraft trade post on Facebook if you're on there, or if you've got a network of mates that you think might be interested in buying it off you, then I'll put it out to them as well. It's a great way to sell things, and that's exactly how I finance this. You know, it's an expensive rucksack, and yeah, you've got to bear that in mind. Not everyone can just go off and spend the sort of money you need to spend on one of these rucksacks. You have to sort of save up for it. But yeah, one last feature I'll show you. Yeah, that last feature that I said I was going to show you. When I bought the rucksack, I also bought one of these side pouches to go with it. You can use these pouches on a lot of their other rucksacks, the Enquiries range. This is the 6 litre side pouch, and the webbing, the Powell's webbing, marries up perfectly with Powell's webbing on the Kahakka bags as well. This, by the way, comes in the 25 litre or a 15 litre version, and they're compatible with both sizes. And so yeah, I bought the 6 litre side pouch, and it sits on there like that. In fact, I'll bring you back with the pouch mollied on. And there we go, folks, nice and securely on. You can even secure it using the G hooks from these straps. Just strap it on, clip the G hook onto the molly or the webbing, same outcome, and you're giving yourself another 6 litres of capacity on the back. When I loaded it up with camping kit for the camp that I had to bail out of this weekend, I had that loaded up with all my sort of lightweight kit. So I got in there my jacket, sort of my smock. I think I had my tarp in there as well, just lightweight kit, because you put heavy stuff in that, it's going to sort of weigh you down a little bit. But yeah, so that means that this 25 litre rucksack becomes 31 litre with the 2 side pouches here that expand. Then I've got another 6 litres there, so yeah, 37 litres all in all. And it makes it quite a versatile rucksack, I think. I quite like that idea. So you're going to see me using this a lot throughout the next few months. I'm going to try and use this for most of my camping trips as well. As the weather gets better, you don't have to take as much kit with you. But I had this loaded out for a winter camp in February, which I was supposed to go on this weekend, and it took all of the kit that I needed to pack for this weekend. No bother whatsoever, so it should have no worries doing a sort of spring summer camp load out, and I shall look forward to bringing you along on those adventures. But yeah, that's the plan. Keeping the camp simple going forward, but comfortable still. I don't want to slum it. Yeah, really pleased with that rucksack though. And, I can't wait to start getting it dirty. And like I say, I'm not in the business of doing reviews, but what you will see is you're going to see me using it. Not abusing it, I'll look after it, but yeah, you're going to see me using it a lot. And I'll keep you posted and tell you how I get on with it. The next adventure I'm going to be taking this out on, which I'll try and bring you along, is going to be down in Cornwall. I've got a bit of a day hike planned down on Bodmin Moor. I'm going to recce a few spots for future camping adventures later in the year. And that, yeah, that'd be a nice bimble and track across the moors. Looking forward to that one. So there we go, folks. Just wanted to add on a bit of footage to the video I started filming back in the beginning of January. Hopefully that gives you a bit more of a comprehensive look at the first aid kit. Another cup of tea, a bit of shed time, and a little show and tell on the new rucksack that I'm going to be using. So let me know what you think about that. Whether you've had any experience using Savotta products in the past, what you think of them. I was really torn when I was when I was buying that rucksack. I really geeked out on specs, product specs, and all the different rucksacks that I was contemplating buying, because there was a few different Savotta bags that I was looking at in the price range, and it took me a long time to make a decision. But I geeked out on all the specs, all the things I wanted to do with it, and I ended up at the Kahakka pack there. And I thought I'd go for black as well, because I'm always buying green rucksacks or camouflage rucksacks, and I thought, yeah, black would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'll try and get this video uploaded this afternoon. Actually, it's Sunday afternoon, and yeah, let me know what you think. It's probably a bit boring, so I apologise for that, but I'll see you on the next video, which hopefully I'll be outside for a change. Bye for now.